Hello. For this lab, we'll be trying to determine the number of columns being returned by a query using the SQL injection union attack. First, I'm going to check for an SQL vulnerability by using a single quote to see if there's a server error, and then I'll be adding two dashes to see if I can comment out the rest of the query and not create a syntax error. Okay, as you can see, some quote created a server error, so it's a good sign. We're going to follow that by two dashes. Okay, and as you can see, I did not receive a server vulnerability, or sorry, a server error from that. Now I know that there's a vulnerability. I can do a union attack. I'll be using the null values to determine how many columns are returned by the query. I'm going to use the null data type because data types in each column must be compatible between the original and injected queries. I'm going to enter union select null in the SQL query and see if I receive an error or not. So I'm going to do that right now. Okay, as you can see, I ended up receiving an error, and this indicates that there is more than one column being returned. Each null represents an individual column. So I need to keep adding a null to the SQL payload until I do not receive an error. So we're going to see if there's two columns. Okay, receive the same error. So we're going to try to add a third null, see if there's a third column. Okay, so after adding three nulls, I do not receive an internal server error, and I also get the message that the lab has been solved. Since I had to add three nulls in the payload, I can determine that there is a total of three columns being returned by the query. Thank you for watching.